Are you tired of hand sanitizer that makes your hands feel sticky and creates buildup? Germaway is what you need. Germaway is a spray sanitizer that has 70% alcohol and is infused with moisturizers and vitamin E. This decreases bacteria on skin and surfaces that could cause disease, not only on your hands, but on your door handles, your steering wheel, and more. Hurry over to www.tishsutton.com and purchase it now before it sells out. Again, that's tishsutton.com. TISHSUTTON.com.
If you're sick of bullshit TV that's always showing our people in a negative light, if you're looking for information that's simple and entertaining instead of boring, check out Business Bully TV. Business Bully TV has amazing programming, from celebrity interviews, documentaries, and movie reviews. You can watch exclusive programming that you can't get anywhere else from today's power players. Business Bully TV is available for free on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and streaming 24/7 and on demand at businessbully.tv. Once again, this is David Banner from the David Banner Podcast.
David Banner.
How y'all doing? I'm Salih Robinson, and welcome to Tommy's Corner.
So, where you from?
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
What's a graphic description of how it was growing up in Youngstown?
A graphic picture growing up in Youngstown, Ohio. Picture, if you could think of like your most hood movie, like your most hood gang affiliated type movie, take that. So if you like this scene, Boys in the Hood, but take the gang stuff out, because gangs ain't heavy like that where I'm from. But take like, your typical Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society type movie. Picture that, add Snow. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a town where it's from. It's like like a mob city. So it's in between. It was a meeting place for the mobsters between New York and Chicago. So the mob influence is real heavy there. You know what I mean? It just kind of took over. It was an industrial town, had a lot of steel mills and things like that. Then once that closed down and all those steel mills closed, and then the drugs got in there, it just kind of took a turn for the worse. You know what I mean?
Describe your family structure.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. I also got 3 sisters that my father had with his first wife. So for me, I'm the youngest, so I kind of grew up quick just because I was running behind them trying to do everything my brothers were. Yeah, I grew up kind of quick, you know what I mean? Just because it's for the simple fact I was trying to do what they was doing. So I was a mannish little dude, you know what I mean? But was real heavy into sports and was good at ball and everything. But as far as the family structure, like I had my father was there, and I also had my stepfather that played a big role in my life as well. So, I kind of had the best of both worlds with that. And I also had, like I said, 3 older brothers. So I wasn't lacking as far as like a male influence in my life at all. And then me and my mother were super tight. So, I kind of, on that sense, I had it all. Like, I'm very fortunate for that.
How did music affect your life growing up?
Music, everything. You know what I mean? I started early. Like, my father used to have a bunch of CDs and records down in the basement. So when I was a kid, I would just go down there and just look at the album covers and CDs and just because I used to like to draw a lot. So whatever album cover just looked interesting, I would pick it up and play it just off that. Like, that's kind of how I started listening to Too Short early, because he had the one of his early CDs, I think like Short Dog in the House or something like that, but he got had the dogs drew with all the cars and stuff on the cover. And then I looked at that, and that's how I first got it. So that's why I started listening to Too Short so young, but it wasn't like I didn't know what I was listening to. It was just the cover of it. And then it went from there, and then I just really got into music because that's what I just stayed down in that room in the basement just listening to stuff. And then my brothers, I never forget, my mom took my brother's NWA CD. So I always wondered why she took it away from him, and I didn't know why. And then they didn't want him listening to it. And of course, that made me want to listen to it more. And then it just kind of went from there.
What's the age gap between you and your next oldest brother?
8, 9 years, almost 9 years.
Did having older siblings influence the type of music you listen to now?
Oh, definitely, because you got to think, when most kids finally got into music, and you figure even by the time I was in high school, 99, 2000 type of thing, I had been listening to like gangster rap because that was, the rap that dominated real early. So like West Coast rap, like gangster rap and like New York rap, like that hardcore, like Wu-Tang and all that played a big influence on me because that's the first stuff I got a hold of. Like I said, Too Short, that first Snoop album, Doggy Style, like that was everything. That was another one with the cover because he had a drawing on the cover. And it was like, that's 92. So I'm, 7, 6, maybe something like that. And that's the stuff I was listening to early. Really shouldn't have been, but I was on it.
You seem like an old soul with some of your music selection. Would that statement be accurate?
Oh, yeah. Like, all I listened to was, like, old school stuff, Ohio Players, Curtis Mayfield, Isaac Hayes. Like I said, that was them CDs. That's what my father had in the basement. You know what I mean? So those are all the things I listened to. And being with him, that's what he played and I listened to as well. Like, and I just feel like that type of music, and also because of that gangster rap, like with Snoop and them, the music was that G-Funk sound, so it had a lot of samples from the old stuff, and it made me want to go back and, want to go listen to that music, you know what I mean? And so it's like, really, I almost feel like I should have been born back in that time, to tell you the truth. Like, I feel like I was really supposed to be the age I am now. I feel like I should have been this age at like 77 with like a big ass lap, you know what I'm saying? Pimping or some shit.
Tell us about the violence in Youngstown during those early days.
Oh, like you knew early. Like, I mean, although we always had, like I never went far as wanted for nothing, but you in the trenches though. Like, I mean, you learned at an early age, you hear shooting, lay your ass on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It could be random, you watching TV and you hear them shots, you knew to lay down from, 5 years old. You knew get on the floor when you heard shots. I mean, like, it was very violent. You would see stuff going on, coming home, walking from school. Like, Youngstown is really the trenches. Like, it's bad. It's really bad.
How many people that you literally knew of on a first-hand basis that were affected by violence over those years?
I can easily say 25 to 30 without even getting a true count. Like, that's being light on it. You know what I mean? Because I can just count the number of encounters. Hell, I probably got 10 on my own that immediately affected me personally. Just like in my immediate family, like you talking no further than first cousins from inside my household with my brother and uncles and span out. I mean, like I'm talking about immediately from my dad's 2 brothers, my brother, two first cousins, my nephew. Like it's been right there in my face.
If you don't mind, talk to us a little bit about your brother. How was your relationship with your deceased brother? And briefly touch up on how it all went down and how it affected you.
So as far as with my brother, like he was the oldest, so we all wanted to be like him. He was the fly one, had the cars, had the jewelry, shit, had everything. You know that when you look at it, like, shit, that's it. You know what I mean? Like he was doing his thing, you know what I mean? And at the time, I'm younger. He was 27 when he got killed. So in my mind, I always thought he was old until I turned 27 and realized, like, damn, he died young as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really think about it because I was younger to realize how young 27 was to pass. And it was just like, but that was the guy we wanted to be like, man. It was just, man, you saw him and that's what you want. Like, when I would walk from school and he would be at the car wash with his cars and shit, it was like, I was like, oh, that's my brother right there. You see his car and everybody like, damn, that's Lee's brother car or whatever like that. You was happy to tell somebody that, you know what I mean? And he was just, that's who I wanted to be like, man. It was like everything about it. Like the way he dressed, the way he handled himself, like he was just a cool dude, man. And when it happened, it was like, man, I still remember that shit like it was yesterday, like to a T. And bro, it just, man.
How old were you?
When I was 11? Yeah. So it was like, I was 11 when it happened. I remember everything. I remember the entire night, the next morning, how I found out, everything. I remember when my mom left the house that night to go to the hospital. I didn't know why she was leaving the house. It was late as hell. And I was sitting in the room, I was playing a video game. I seen her rushing to leave. And I remember saying, like, man, I was teasing with my little stepbrother. I said, man, she left the house like somebody got shot or something, just being silly, just being bad, just saying something. And she didn't say why she was leaving. She just left. I just remember saying that to him. And the next morning, like, they didn't wake me up or say anything that night. And the next morning, I just remember coming downstairs and her telling me, man.
What did Atlanta become to you?
For me, it was like Atlanta was the spot where I personally felt like I could live out the life I wanted to live. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I love Youngstown, but anybody that's from there or that is there, they know what type of town it is, man. And like Atlanta gave me that outlet to see the things I really wanted to see. You know what I mean? To see Black people doing it big, owning their own, owning big homes, driving nice cars, and it wasn't all the illegal way. Where I'm from, it's one or two options. If somebody has something nice, they either worked at GM or they sold dope. It's just what it is. Like, that's just it. You know what I mean? Or both. You know what I'm saying? They got something to do both. And it was like, that was your option. So I knew that wasn't it. So it was like I had to go. Like I always had in my mind I was leaving. You know what I mean? Much as I love the city, and then when I started coming to Atlanta when I was young, you know what I mean? It was like, I want to come down here. Like, I would always just see dope stuff when I came down. I knew I was coming here. It wasn't a doubt in my mind.
Tell us about what happened prior to your trip from Ohio to Atlanta.
Yeah, so when I was about to get ready to leave to move down here, so I'm sitting like I had been rocking back and forth. You know how like when you say you about to move, it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna wait till I got X amount of money put away, or I got this much money, then I'm leaving. So then finally I was just like, man, Rick Ross, Port of Miami came out. And so I'm just sitting there just listening to that album. And I was sitting, I was like, man, fuck this. Like I'm out, like I'm leaving this weekend type of thing. So I went. I had just got another Cutlass. I got a T-top Cutlass, you know what I'm saying? It was a 85, it was blue floor shift, all that shit. It was hard. Bucket seats. So I go get some music put in there, and I'm like, all right, cool, I got my music put in here. I'm about to go ahead and just ride down. Got everything checked up on, and I'm about to slide. And the night before I was about to leave, I got the music put in maybe a day, 2 days before. I went, packed up my stuff, was about to leave. I come out the next morning, all I see is a damn big-ass keyhole knocked out the damn door. As soon as I went to go put the key in the seat, I knew it was all bad. All the music stole out the car, everything. But I was so, like, I was hell-bent on coming. Like, I wasn't staying. That even gave me more adrenaline. I was like, man, I'm definitely out now. I still threw my stuff in the car, and I rode down this bitch. No music, no nothing. Just like, I'm out. Like, I never looked back after that.
You're big on fitness. Talk about your journey and tell us about the old Salih.
I threw him away, man. Nah.
You gonna put the picture up too?
Nah, not at all. Listen. Nah, for real, like I played ball, so I played D tackle, so I was always a big dude. You know what I mean? So I ain't mind. I thought I was, Suge or, in that vein of just a smooth big dude, But I always enjoyed lifting weights. I just didn't know the other part, the other side of it, eating, dieting correctly and things of that nature. But as far as lifting, I always enjoyed that. When I played ball, I always wanted to be one of the strongest dudes out there. So that was something I just enjoyed, period. And then I remember I came down here, so I might have been, I never forget, I was working at Body Tap, doing security. So it's like when I first moved down here. And then my boy was like, damn, Lee, it's like you put on some weight. And I just had on that's when big clothes was still in. I'm like, nah, this shirt just big. He was like, yeah, that's a big shirt, but you still put on a few pounds. But he was like, it's cool though, you just a big nigga though, so it's all good. And it was like something about that just didn't sit right with me. And I was like, man, hell with this. So then I started going to the gym. And I was already lifting, but that's when I started, I took bread out my diet. I didn't really know what I was doing, I took bread out my diet. I still go lift all the time. And then it was a friend of my uncle's who used to train at the Gold's Gym. His name Larry Lockhart. And he used to train at the gym. And he used to be like, man, damn, man, like you got a good physique. If I teach you how to eat, like, man, you can get in the game, man. I used to just be like, man, all right, I see. He was like, you could work out with me. And I was like, man, I ain't got no money to pay you to train like that. He was like, man, nah, just come at 4 in the morning because you strong enough, you could actually work out when I work out. He was like, but you got to come at 4 in the morning. And I was like, man, fuck that. Like, we was just going in the house kicking it at 4 in the morning. So it was no way in hell I was going to do that. Then finally, he was like, he kept asking me. And then finally, I was like, all right, man, I'll come meet you at 4 in the morning. And then, shit, from that point, it was like he got me on the right food and taught me the whole game about it. And it was like I never looked back after that, as far as being that old size again.
What does fashion mean to you?
You got to look good. But like what Dion say, look good, feel good, play good, or whatever the saying is he say. But now I've been always a shoe guy, like since a kid. Like I could show pictures when I was a kid. I tell people all the time, like, you got these people now that's just now, because of Instagram and stuff, get to see stuff, and now they think they up on, shoes and shit like that. Like, I've been had that shit. Like, I've been wearing the dope shit, the fly shit, whatever you saw. If a rapper had it, I had that shit the next day. Jay-Z dropped them Rockaware leathers. I went to Cleveland and bought that bitch like maybe 2 weeks later when he had that shit on that video. So like, as far as the clothes and the shoes, you know, I always been in that shit. Like, I always wore J's and Pippins, pennies, all that. Like, that was always my thing.
How did you start doing all of the clothing design and the merchandise for Urbana Vision?
Well, it started because once me and Banner had got cool or whatever, I had told him about an idea I had for doing this line for just stuff to like leisure wear to wear in the gym and stuff, because I would always be working out and everything. So I told him about it. I'm pretty sure people tell him 1,000 things and just, you know, trying to run their mouth. So when I told him about it and then actually did it and had stuff to give him and show him, he was kind of impressed. Like, damn, you really did what you said you was going to do. So he asked me to do a few things for him. And then I did, and he kind of like appreciated the way I handled the business for him, the same as if it was mine. And I handled it the same way that I handle my stuff, although it was for him. And from that point, like, you know, I did a good job with it. And he was like, all right, so what if I let you start doing that, you know, all the time for me? And then it just slowly built from there. And, you know, from me proving to him that I can handle it and get the job done correct and efficiently, and then it just blossomed into everything that it is now.
Talk a little about the Ewing deal and how it came into place, and talk about your design concept on the ABV Ewing collaboration.
All right, so, you know, we got these here. Pretty sure y'all done seen them all now. You know what I mean? They're sold out, so, you know, y'all gotta wait for, I'm gonna drop something new for y'all, you feel me? But on these ones here, I got with Ewing, I just was trying to think of something dope that we could do. And, you know, Ewing is an independent company, and we do everything far as, like, you know, that's what we strive and go for independence. You know, Patrick Ewing, a black man, so we want to keep it with that. And I got with them, and they gave me basically the creative control to, you know, design a shoe for our company. And, you know, I went with this colorway. I was trying to think of something to do that was, you know, loud and stood out some. And I kind of wanted to do like a camouflage shoe. You know what I mean? So being that I wanted to do that, that's what made me go with the different shades of green. Then I had to throw the red in there just to give it something to pop. Got the black fist on there, threw the ABV on the back. You know what I mean? I've just always been a gum sole fan, so I had to do the gum soles on there. You know, I thought that was real dope. But yeah, the shoe came out real good, man. We did real well with them. They sold out. And I decided I was like, we were about to release them a little bit earlier around Christmas time. And then I figured, I was like, nah, I thought it would be better if we dropped them in February for Black History Month. It didn't originally come out as like saying, oh, we're doing a Black History Month shoe, because it's pretty much what we do at all times. There's no way around it. It's like, you see us, we in this at all times. You know, it ain't no like just sometime thing. So I was like, but nah, let's just drop them for Black History Month in February. We did that. And I mean, instantly they were gone. Like, you know, we had a lot of requests to bring them back out. But, you know, y'all know the shoe game. If y'all, quote unquote, sneakerheads, man, you got to get that when they drop or you through. I might have to try StockX or something.
How did you garner your relationship with David Banner? And how did you move up the ranks so fast?
Honestly, I mean, I never pressed to have, you know, like most people come in. Most people come in and, you know, they always want to, you know, they trying to pitch something or trying to sell something. I mean, I'm just always myself. Like, you're going to see everything I talk about, that's how I live my life. Like, I don't say stuff and try to put on. So the more we were around each other, we seen that where he's from in Jackson is very similar to Youngstown. You know what I mean? And then we just had a lot of stuff in common to begin with. So that's where the personal relationship started. And then when it came to the work, like, I handle my shit. Like, I ain't into fumbling. Like, I ain't nobody got time for that. So I handle his stuff the way I would handle my own. I look at his money as if it was my own. You know what I mean? I'm going to make sure that's just how I roll. Like, that's just me. That's how I was raised. That's how I was brought up. Like, you know, I understand, like, the team concept, you know. He the quarterback, and I'm going to do whatever it needs to be done to make sure the quarterback get his shine. You know what I mean? So whatever he need me to do, I got him. And I know he's going to take care of me, and we're going to win. It's pretty simple. You know what I mean? But as far as to moving up quick, it was just work ethic. I mean, like, if he asked me to do something, I made sure I got it done. If he needed something done, no matter what the time was, I made sure I got it handled. Like, that's the only way you really can move up in anything. If you was on a football team, basketball team, and the first thing you do is go in there and play hard defense. You just work hard first. Then you get a chance to show what talents you actually got. But it start with hard work first. Then you can show the talent that you got second when you come in. And then once I got in, I was able to show them the other things I can bring to the table.